Hi, I'm Jim Dillingham. Today I'm going to be making chicken paprikash, which is a Hungarian meal. It's basically rice with chicken in it and different types of seasoning. So let's take a look at what we have for ingredients here. We're going to need some paprika. Okay, so Hungarians put paprika on everything. And so get some Hungarian paprika. And then we're going to need some marjoram. I don't know what marjoram is, but I'm told it needs to be included. We're also going to need some of this brown caraway. Ground caraway is what that is. And crushed red pepper. And we're going to need some salt. It doesn't have to be pink salt, but that's the only thing I found on the shelf. We're going to use some onion. And then we're going to use a chicken. So this is a free-range chicken, which means he led a good life before he ended up on our dinner plate. Plus, he has no antibiotics. Remember, if you get a chicken that's been fed antibiotics, you're eating antibiotics. So, we've got a nice healthy chicken, a whole lot of spices. What am I missing? Oh, we need some rice. So we're going to be making some rice also. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut up the chicken and the onions, and we'll move on to the next step. So now we're going to cook our chicken, and to get ready to cook it, first thing we need is we need a pot. Okay. And pot. Okay. Got my off-camera coach helping me. We're going to use avocado oil. This is a lifetime supply. You can buy this at Costco. We use avocado oil because we're going to cook this at a high temperature, and avocado is better than olive oil at a high temperature. So we'll put it in here. Can we see in there? Okay. We're going to add some avocado oil, and we're going to heat this baby up. There we go. Okay, now we're going to give this a minute. In the meantime, you can see that I've cut this is about a quarter to a third of a large yellow onion cut into small pieces. Also, here is my chicken, my free-range chicken, all cut up and ready to go. And now I'm going to put this in here. Now, the question on onions is how long do we cook the onions? The answer is I'm not sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to cook them until they're kind of shiny. Glassy. Glassy is the term I'm looking for. Okay, so we just keep them in there. We don't want to burn it. So we're going to keep moving this stuff around. Medium heat. Okay, and this should take about a minute or two. Okay. Is that good there, do you think? You think that's glassy?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay. Rest my hand for a minute here. If you can't tell, my wife is helping. Let me show you what she looks like. You want me to show you? No? Okay. But my wife is coaching me on this. She's Hungarian, so you know this is going to be good. Okay, that looks kind of glassy. Do you think? Do I think that looks glassy? I'm being told that it looks glassy to me. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the chicken in there. Right? Going to grab a piece. What we're going to do is we're not going to cook it. We're just going to cook it enough so that it's white. Okay, we're going to cook it enough. But my wife is coaching me on this. She's Hungarian, so you know this is going to be good. Okay, that looks kind of glassy. Do you think? Do I think that looks glassy? I'm being told that it looks glassy to me. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the chicken in there. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put the chicken in, and we want it to get white. We're not going to cook it all the way through. We just want it to get white on the outside. There we go. Mmm, yum. Oh, that's stuck on there.
Too big.
Too big? Oh. So that's as much as I can fit in here just now, so I'm going to...
You're on.
Okay, so now, we never want to use this on the pan because it will scratch the pan. So if you saw me using this early, disregard that. We're going to use this, which has rubber. Okay? Here we go.
Silicone.
Silicone. Okay. We're going to throw it all in there. Yum. Mmm. And now that I got it in here, I need to stir it up. How's that? Okay. I want to try and get some of this rice from the bottom up, or not rice, what is that, onion, onto the top. So this will take a few minutes to get this all, so it each has a chance to sit on the bottom and brown for a bit. White. Not brown, white. Okay?
You're on.
Okay, so now, we never want to use this on the pan because it will scratch the pan. So if you saw me using this early, disregard that. We're going to use this, which has rubber. Okay? Here we go.
Silicone.
Silicone. Okay. We're going to throw it all in there. Yum. Mmm. And now that I got it in here, I need to stir it up. How's that? Okay. I want to try and get some of this rice from the bottom up, or not rice, what is that, onion, onto the top. So this will take a few minutes to get this all, so it each has a chance to sit on the bottom and brown for a bit. White. Not brown, white. Okay?
It's on.
Okay, so now what we're doing is we're trying to turn some of this meat white. Okay? So if we look down and find a piece that looks like this is kind of white on one side, but it's pink on the other, so that's not, hasn't been in there long enough.
Here's the blue.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to wait till all of this meat is at least a little bit white on the outside.
Leave it there.
It should take about 5 minutes or so. Okay, now for an update. So we can see some of this is white and some of this is still pink. So we're going to go just a little bit longer before the next step.
Here's the blue. Okay.
And we're going to use this blue to turn some stuff over. Oh, see, there's some pink. See what this looks like under here. Put that down on the bottom where it can get cooked. We've decided we needed more paprika, so we're going to add some more. I would guess I put, 5 tablespoons or so? Maybe more.
Salt.
And I need some salt. Okay. Put some salt in there. And I'm going to stop putting salt. And there we go. I'm going to give this a stir again. Mmm, delicious.
Use the blue thing.
Mmm, yum. Everything gets some of the juice on it. Okay.
Put the rest of this part. Oh, you should have done this before.
I need some more spices.
You should have put this with the onion.
Okay, I should have put these in earlier. These are bits of tomato. Those are little tomato surprises. I need to put some pepper. We're going to just put a little shake of pepper in there.
Yes, but
Okay.
black pepper.
And marjoram. Okay. Marjoram. Good. More. Okay. More marjoram. Gotta like the marjoram. Okay. And then we've got some brown stuff. I never remember what it's called. Caraway. We're going to add a little bit of caraway. This is ground caraway. And it's coming there. I see an essence of it coming out. Yep. Is that enough caraway? Okay. And now I need some pepper. I'll be right back. I'm looking for the pepper. Black pepper?
Yes, and you will need to put water in this one.
Yep.
That's water.
Okay. And water.
Good and water.
I'm going to turn this all up and down and get it going. Yum, yum, yum. Look at all that good greasy stuff on the bottom. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, now put some water on this. Look down the side here, we can see some grease floating around, right? Can you see that down there? That little splashy? Okay, that grease helps release a lot of flavor and vitamins. So that grease is very, very important to the process. We have not added anything to this yet. Liquid, that grease came out of the chicken. So now we're going to add some water, just enough to cover the chicken. Okay. Okay, so we've covered most of the chicken. I'm going to see if I can get this chicken kind of tucked down in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this chicken cook. I'm going to cover it and let it cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'm going to debone it. So we'll take a look at that. We need to make rice. Okay, now, next is while the chicken is cooking, we're going to make some rice. Okay, so I'm going to throw the rice on here. Spread it out, let it get a little bit of oil on it. Once it looks like there's oil on the rice, I'm going to let it sit and warm up a little bit. Meantime, I'm going to prepare a cup of hot water. Now, I like to boil my water in advance so I don't have to mess around with it. So when it's time to put it in there, it'll be already boiling. You can put regular water in there and then... You can put regular water in here and cook it until it boils, or you can have pre-boiled water, which is what I'm using.
Stir the rice, it will get black if you don't stir it.
If you don't stir the rice, you can tell if you haven't stirred the rice enough because it starts to have little black bug-looking things in there, which is basically burnt rice. So if those start to show up, it means you're not stirring your rice enough. So now we've got our rice pretty well covered with oil, and let's kind of spread it out a little bit, get it all warmed up. Okay. So now we're going to add some water now. I need 2 cups. 1 cup of water, 2 cups of water for every cup of rice, and since I use 1 cup of rice, I need to have 2 cups of water. Here it goes. Throw that in there, and we're going to take the salt, and we're going to put about this. That's too much salt right there. We're going to put about that much salt in there. Okay. Then I'm going to stir it up. Make sure all that salt is in there. And I'm going to turn it down to simmer. No, not to simmer. We're going to cook this until it's boiling, which should just be a minute or 2, since I put boiling water in there. And then once it's boiling, I'm going to turn it down to simmer and cover. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 45 minutes, and this is what it looks like. I have it on simmer right now because I want this this liquid in here to stay hot. So I pulled out a piece of chicken here. It looks like a breast, I'm guessing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of take it apart. These are going to need to be like bite-sized bites. Okay? And so we're just going to use this knife. The chicken is still hot. And if the chicken is not falling apart easily, then you need to cook it for another 10 minutes or so until it starts to fall apart. So this is coming apart pretty nicely. We'll make sure we get all the bones out of here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put it back into the juice, and we're going to mix the rice with it. So what's this? There's a bone. Okay. Cut up 1 piece of chicken. And I think I'm going to grab another one while I'm here. And go. Now, if you have a dog around the house, they will like the chicken skin, but don't feed the dog chicken bones. That's a no-no. So we're going to save the skin. I'll put it in there with the bones for now, but ultimately that is going to go, the bones and the skin will be separated. The dogs get to have the skin for dinner. Okay. This is all falling apart pretty easily. So here.
Now.
I've got my bones here. I've got my fat here. I've got some chopped up chicken in the bite-sized bites over here. And I still have some more chicken in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of this chicken out and cut it up and do the same thing. Bones, skin, chicken, put it back in. And then we'll come back when I'm all ready. Okay, so what we have is we have all the chicken is deboned here. And here's our sauce in here. I've brought it back up to a boil. And this is a good time to taste it. If it doesn't taste like it has enough salt, you may want to add a little salt. Now over here we have our rice. I used rice of 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. And you know, we ran out of water, so the rice is not quite cooked all the way, which is actually a good thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this rice and I'm going to put it in here. This is where the rice is going to finish its cooking. So because the rice is a little sticky, it's basically saying, hey, I got room to absorb some more liquid. You just didn't give me enough liquid initially. And my response is, all right, rice, I'm going to let you pump yourself up with this good chicken-infested, greasy paprika sauce that I have here. And this will finish cooking the rice. So if we look in here, we have the rice all stirred in, and now it's starting to get that last bit of cooking that it needs. And I'm going to add in my chicken. Okay, I've got my chicken here, and I'm just going to kind of scoop it on in there. This is way harder than it looks like it is. As a rule of thumb, if something has an opportunity to miss the pot, it will miss the pot. So we got to be very careful here. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, I'll get the rest of that here in a few minutes. Now, got that in there. I'm going to stir it up with my 2 spoons here. Remember that I took the skin out. You could cook the skin in here if you wanted, but since I'm on a diet, I'm not going to eat the skin here. And we just stir it all in there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. All right, now I'm going to cover it up. Wait till it starts to boil, and then I'm going to lower the temperature and just cook it for a few more minutes, tasting every now and then until the rice tastes like it's done. When the rice says, I'm done, then the meal's ready to go. Okay, so here we go. It's all done. I just got it off. The rice is all cooked, and it's ready to go for dinner. This should serve somewhere between 1 and 20, depending on how hungry you are. And we'll just scoop this in. It's not quite soup, and it's not quite not soup, so it's a little bit liquidy. All right. Bon appetit.